Hi, I'm T.R. Williams, County Executive.
Hi, I'm Keith Durham, Mayor of the City of Lawrenceburg, the birthplace of Southern gospel music and the home of David Crockett.
Hi everybody, I'm Alan Betts. I'm host president of the 2015 Babe Ruth World Series held in Lawrenceburg.
On behalf of the citizens of Lawrence County,
I want to welcome you to the 2015 Babe Ruth World Series.
PSEC Productions, in association with K2 Media, proudly presents the 2015 Babe Ruth World Series on the X Sports Radio Network and X Sports TV Online. Now, live from the birthplace of Southern gospel music and the land of Crockett, with Stanley Wilson, here's J.P. Plant.
And we welcome you to Denver Track Field, Lawrenceburg, Tennessee, the 2015 Babe Ruth World Series, as we've got semifinal action between the host team of Lawrenceburg and the Southeast Champs from Sarasota, Florida. J.P. Plant, Stanley Wilson here with you. Stanley, let's take a look at our keys to tonight's game.
All right, JP, this is the semifinals here. The winner will go on to play in the championship game tomorrow night. For these two teams, Sarasota and Lawrenceburg, know each other very well. It's kind of unusual that they have seen each other for the last 2 years in the World Series. Well, actually, let me take that back. When they were 13-year-olds, they saw each other at the regional up at Union City. Lawrenceburg went up 15-1 on them, and then Sarasota came storming back and tied it up late in the game. And I think the final score of that game was like 18-16 or something like that, and Lawrenceburg had won the game. Last year at the World Series in Ocala, Sarasota had made it with an automatic bid as they were in that region. So they were the representative from that region in Ocala. And these two teams were going at it, and Lawrenceburg had the upper hand on Sarasota, and Jacob Laws was on the mound pitching a very good game. And then all of a sudden the lights went out, and we had a big delay of about an hour and a half, and
had to move our broadcast position.
Yeah, we had to go to a different field, and everybody had to move, and it just wasn't the same. And Sarasota came back and beat them by 1 run. So Lawrenceburg and Sarasota know each other very well. They're 1-1. So let's just call this the rubber match. But for today, Lance Pope will be on the mound for Lawrenceburg. They want to get a lot of innings out of him. And right now, I think we're going to have our national anthem. So,
all right, we will take a quick 60-second break for the national anthem. Make it 90 seconds.
There are many reasons to see Lawrence County, Tennessee. See it for the nature. See it for the culture. See it for the history. See it for the recreation. See it live. Lawrence County, Tennessee. Simple pleasures, natural treasures. For more information on Lawrence County tourism, visit clawco.com or contact the Lawrence County Chamber of Commerce.
Why do people all over the Tennessee Valley love Story and Lee furniture?
I haven't found anything in the whole Tennessee Valley that's the size of Story and Lee.
We know when we come into Story and Lee, we're going to get good quality furniture. We know we're going to get a great price.
With over 144,000 square feet of furniture to choose from, it's the largest furniture store in the Tennessee Valley.
When we go look other places, we always wind up back here for a better buy.
You got to come see Story and Lee.
Story and Lee Furniture in Leoma, Tennessee.
Whether you're an all-star athlete or a weekend warrior, don't let pain keep you out of the game. At Southern Tennessee Orthopedic and Spine Centers, our orthopedic, spine, and sports medicine experts care for athletes and average folks alike. We're your hometown orthopedics and sports medicine team. Orthopedic excellence has a new name, Southern Tennessee Orthopedic and Spine Centers, Lawrenceburg, Pulaski, and
Develop a strong, clean, healthy body, mind, and soul. Develop a strong urge for sportsmanlike conduct. Develop understanding of and respect for the rules. Develop courage in defeat, tolerance, and modesty in victory. Develop control over emotions and speech. Develop into real, true citizens.
At the Babe Ruth League, we are not only developing the next generation of ball players, we are developing the next generation.
Develop a strong, clean, healthy body, mind, and soul. Develop a strong urge for sportsmanlike conduct. Develop understanding of and respect for the rules. Develop courage in defeat, tolerance and modesty in victory. Develop control over emotions and speech. Develop into real, true citizens.
At the Babe Ruth League, we are not only developing the next generation of ball players, we are developing the next generation.
There
At the plate now, number 9, the second baseman, Tommy Hubbard.
Welcome back to the 2015 Babe Ruth World Series. We are underway. First pitch from Pope was fouled away. Second pitch to Tommy Hubbard is fouled away. As originally an early start, we 8 minutes after 4 o'clock. As we have trying to get these games in before more rain comes. They're about to start in the next few minutes over on Tom Cruise Field. There's a ground ball. Shortstop, Hallmark, and it gets through the wickings. As an error to start the game. Wet surface out there as Hubbard reaches on an error.
Yeah, it came a little shower about 25 after 3. They had the tarp on. They just removed the tarp about 15 minutes ago. So it's going to be a wet conditions out there. We'll get to that in just a moment.
Robbie Vasallo, the hitter for Sarasota. The pitch is just outside for a ball, 1-0 the count. And due to the circumstances of playing on 2 fields, we are unable to bring you live video streaming on Tom Cruise Field of California and Pennsylvania. We will keep you up to date. That pitch is low for a ball, 2-0. But we do have it streaming on our audio stream, Exports Radio Network. Just search for that on your TuneIn Radio app or go to exportsradio.com and click on the link there. Fouled away. And the count is 2-1.
Yeah, one of the Williams Auto Sales keys to the game is you want to jump out in front of these, whoever it is. And it's Sarasota right now at bat as they are the visitors as a lower seed. Lawrenceburg gets the home.
Winner moves to the World Series Championship, scheduled for 5 o'clock tomorrow. I think there is more rain in the forecast. And that pitch is low for a ball, 3-1 the count.
He's falling behind here.
There's a pitch, strike in there. Count full now to Robert Vasallo.
Pope trying to get a ground ball here, or a strikeout at least. Ground ball might get a double play.
Here's the payoff pitch, swing and a miss. Lance Pope bears down and gets Vasallo swinging for the first out of the inning.
But he went with the strikeout.
So it'll be Ben McCabe, who's catcher. And we'll take a look at our first Farmer starting lineups for the Life You Lead as we move along here. Just underway, runner at first is Hubbard. Pope on the mound. First pitch, driven into right center field by McBee. Coming over is Staggs. He falls down on the wet grass. Making his way to third is Hubbard. And McCabe with the double. And runners at second and third with 1 out here in the top of the first.
Well, it looked like he overran it, but actually he just couldn't stop. He tried to stop as the ball was tailing away and it was slicing, and Staggs got over there to the ball, but it just went he tried to stop it. He lost his footing out there.
All right, lineup for Sarasota: Hubbard, Vasallo, McCabe, Wilmer the cleanup hitter, DJ McCarty, Chase Dole hitting 6th, Saranzak 7th, Shore hitting 8th, Sebi Hassett hitting 9th, and Christian Garner will hit 10th for the Southeast champs. Pope from the stretch to Stephen Wilmer. Wilmer hits from the left side. First pitch to him is low for a ball. 1-0 the count. The 1-0. Took something off, hits to Weathers at first. Coming home. Their throw is there. The tag is in time. Ryan Weathers with a strike to Bradley Huckabee, who blocked the plate. They get the lead runner, and there are 2 outs in the inning, runners at the corners.
Good heads-up play by Ryan Weathers and a strike to home. And Huckabee doing a good job covering the plate and making the tag.
Boy, Weathers knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one.
Hubbard thought he tagged him up high, got his foot in, but umpire said, nope, that didn't happen.
All right, so Huckabee calling the defensive alignment now with 2 outs. Regular depth. Stephen Wilmer at first. Reaching on the fielder's choice. McCabe is at third after the double. No score. Top of the first. Pope's pitch is a little high for a ball. 1-0 the count. Still getting ready over on Tom Cruise Field. Warming up. That game you can hear streaming live on audio on the TuneIn Radio app. Just find Exports Radio Network. That pitch, I guess, is inside. 2-0.
Just missing outside.
So 2-0 the count, 2 outs. That one's low, 3-0.
Falling behind 3-0 here on the shortstop McCarty from Sarasota.
Again, if you want to listen to the game on Tom Cruise Field, I'll tell you in just a moment. The pitch, 3-0, is low for a ball. And a 4-pitch walk to McCarty. Chase Joel will be the hitter. Search for Exports Radio Network on the TuneIn Radio app. We moved some TuneIn around. So again, search for Exports Radio Network if you want to listen to the California-Pennsylvania game coming up. Or on your laptop, go to WDXE.com and click on the listen button. You can hear it there, streaming on your laptop as well, or desktop. First pitch to Doyle is outside for a ball, 1-0. Bases are loaded for Sarasota. McBee at third, Wilmer at second, and McCarty is at first. That pitch is inside. And Pope having a little trouble finding the strike zone.
Huckabee going to go out there and talk to him, settle him down just a little bit. Dole, left-handed batter here, plays first base for the Sarasota bunch.
Babe Ruth World Series semifinals. Early start due to incoming weather. We did have a little bit of delay due to rain. That one's over for a strike.
Sarcastic applause from the faithful here. He is squeezing that strike zone a little bit.
Here's the 2-1. That's on the corner for a strike.
That's a good pitch right there.
2-2.
Keeping it outside and using that corner.
Boy, what a big strikeout this would be to get out of the inning. 2-2. 2 outs. Bases are loaded. Pope to Doyle. And that's high. It's 3-2. Nowhere to put Doyle. The payoff pitch coming. Here it is. Slapped foul.
Look out.
And despite the early start, despite the rain, Stanley, we've got most of the grandstands full already. And we imagine to trickle in throughout the afternoon.
Yeah, if you're at work, come on down. Bring your work, wear your work clothes and come on.
Yeah.
Bring yourself down here.
Here's the payoff pitch. Fouled away.
Dole just hanging in there right now, trying to protect the plate with 2 strikes, full count on him. Lance working all around the strike zone.
Here's the payoff pitch. It is low. Doyle draws a walk, and a run comes in for Sarasota. It's 1-0 Florida.
31, Nick Saranchak.
So the hitter is Nick Saranchak, takes a strike on the outside corner. 0-1 the count. One nothing. Florida with the lead. Top of the first. Bases still loaded for Sarasota. Lifted into center field. Coming in is Hauser. He calls for it, makes the catch. Third out of the inning. So Florida gets on top with 1 run, 1 hit, 1 error, 3 Florida runners left on base. Lawrenceburg, the host team, comes to the plate. It's the World Series semifinals, and it's live on the Exports Radio Network and Exports TV.
Develop a strong, clean, healthy body, mind, and soul. Develop a strong urge for sportsmanlike conduct. Develop understanding of and respect for the rules. Develop courage in defeat, tolerance and modesty in victory. Develop control over emotions and speech. Develop into real, true citizens.
At the Babe Ruth League, we are not only developing the next generation of ball players, we are developing the next generation.
Main Street Lawrenceburg is proud to support the 2015 Babe Ruth World Series. Downtown is in the midst of an incredible revitalization led by Darryl Valentine and the Main Street Board in an effort to make downtown the heartbeat of the city. Come join us downtown where you'll find many shops and restaurants for folks of all ages, streets full of history, and much more. Visit MainStreetLawrenceburgTN.com. On behalf of Darryl Valentine and myself, April Judkins, Main Street Lawrenceburg Director, we hope to see you downtown.
And welcome back to the 2015 Babe Ruth World Series, live on the Exports Radio Network and Exports TV, presented by Valentine Enterprises and First Tennessee Bank. JP Plant, Stanley Wilson here with you as a soggy Denver Trap Field for the semifinals. This game originally scheduled for 5:30. The California-Pennsylvania game originally scheduled for 8. They are about to throw out their first pitch. We'll keep you up to date on that one. Again, you can go to WDXC.com and listen there, or on TuneIn Radio app, search for Exports Radio Network and listen on our TuneIn channel. Or if you're out and about locally, on FM 103.1 on your radio dial. We are on FM 105.3, the X, also on 98.3. And we're live streaming worldwide, audio and video at Exports TV. And you can watch us. Go to exportsradio.com.
All right, time now for our weather report, brought to you by Martin Methodist College, providing an education that's personal. It's 81 degrees and very muggy, overcast skies, and it's spotty showers all around us. And they're trying to, reason for all the early starts is trying to get this one in on this window of clear skies right here.
First pitch to Hauser from Wilmer is low for a ball, 1-0. It has been a daily struggle to get these games in with all the weather. That one's over for a strike.
Next week it'll be 100 degrees and dry. But nobody will be here.
Yeah. The 1-1. That one's low. 2-1. And it's not so much the, having to wait around, but there's been a lot of, well, let's see what the weather does.
Yeah.
Be on call. We've been on call for a week, it feels like, to get games started. There's a strike. The only day that everything was just fine and was on schedule, didn't have to worry about, was opening night.
Yeah.
Every other day we've had to worry about delays or extra games. That one is high, and it's full to Coulter Hauser.
Well, it's supposed to clear off tomorrow, so these sunny skies all day. Hopefully dry everything out for the championship game tomorrow night.
Payoff pitch, and Hauser, for the 5th straight time, gets on base to lead off the game.
So Lawrenceburg gets their leadoff hitter on just like Sarasota did. They scored a run, but they have a runner thrown out at the plate.
Plate now for Lawrence County, number 7, Jacob Hallmark.
So Jacob Hallmark, the hitter. batting .385 for the World Series with 3 RBIs. First pitch inside corner for a strike, 0-1.
Weathers on deck, the hottest hitter on the team.
That pitch is high. Count even at 1-1. Runner at first is Hauser. Got on with the leadoff walk. There he goes. He takes off. Ball gets past McCabe. Hauser easily at second. Takes a long, wide turn. And finds the catcher of the baseball. And McCabe will ask for time. As the runner moves up to second, the count now 2-1 with that wild pitch.
And now you got a couple options with Hallmark. You can hit behind the runner, try to take it to right field. If they do get it, then Hauser could get over to third, or you can even bunt it that way. And, of course, he could be hitting away right here.
Hallmark, the 2-1, takes it low, 3-1. So Wilmer also struggling to find the strike zone here early.
Dependent on the count here, it's 3-1. He could be hitting away here. This is going to be a hitter's count, unless Wilmer decides to throw around him with first base open.
That one's fouled away. Out of play. Count full, 3-2. One nothing, Florida with the lead over Lawrenceburg. That was inside, and Hallmark draws a walk. 2 runners on, nobody out.
Good start here for Lawrenceburg. McCabe going to go out and settle his pitcher down, just like Huckabee did in the top of the first. Wilmer, left-hander. He'll be facing the right-handed hitting Ryan Weathers now. Ryan with 5 RBIs in the World Series, leading hitter on the team.
Yeah, batting .500. 6 for 12. A triple, a double, and 4 singles. First pitch to him is inside for a ball. 1-0 the count. Lawrenceburg has answered throughout this World Series anytime that they've been down. If I'm not mistaken, Stanley, they have answered each time.
Yeah, they have.
They do not stay down very long. That pitch is inside as well. 2-0. Correction, my apologies. They did call that a strike.
Yeah, Weathers didn't like it. He steps out. He's ready now. He's back in there.
All right, here's the 1-1. I'll wait. That one, okay, is low for a ball. 2-1 the count.
Playing him straight away.
That pitch is inside for a ball, 3-1. And you know, Stanley, of course, we felt it with our broadcast trying to get ready, but you can imagine how the players really no warm-up. We actually did an impromptu national anthem because the bases were not on the field.
Yeah.
That's the only reason we did a national anthem. There's a pitch inside, and Ryan Weathers emphatically draws a walk.
3 straight walks gets Dave Million out of the dugout from Sarasota. He's going to take his time getting out to the mound. While we got this break, we want to look at the field conditions and dimensions brought to you by Express Med, urgent and primary care. Convenient, fast, painless, Express Med. You are sick, they're quick. 336 down the left field and right field lines, and of course 375 to deep center field. But today the wind is blowing to the left, so we've got that south wind coming in here, and it's blowing out the left field. We've been talking about the field conditions all week long after all the rain and moisture, but these guys, Jeff Clifton and Doug Howell, and all the guys that volunteers coming out there and helping out. I saw Brad Nilsson out there. Chad Moore was out there trying to get the tarps off. We want to thank Loretta High School for allowing us to borrow their tarp.
Yeah, it has been a community effort, to say the least. All right, so the hitter is Lance Pope. Hitting clean up today. Bases are loaded. First pitch fouled away. Pope can help his cause with a base hit here. So back to the conversation, Stanley, about hurrying up for the players from their point of view, not getting in a rhythm before this game starts. So we already saw one error for Lawrenceburg. Seen a few walks as that pitch is over for a strike. Well, so it's going to take a couple innings for players and everybody to kind of get into a flow.
Well, they needed that off day yesterday. They were down a little bit. They looked tired against Pennsylvania. They won the game in the bottom of the 7th, but they needed a day off, and they got it yesterday.
The 1-0 fouled away, or the 0-2. And the count remains 0-2 as Pope stays alive.
Pope falling behind here. He'll be protecting the plate. Anything close, he'll be swinging away.
Here's the 0-2. Lace to the right side. That gets through the infield. Hauser will score. Hallmark will hold at third as a throw comes in from Sebi Hassett in right. And a single to right for Lance Pope, and Lawrenceburg has tied it up at 1.
So a brand new ball game here. Lawrenceburg's not done. Bases still loaded, nobody out. And Sam Crane, one of the hottest hitters on the team, also coming up. First pitch of ball, 1-0. Ground ball towards short. He's up with it. Can't go anywhere, and everybody's going to be safe as McCarty had to put it in his pocket. Slow roller. He was charging, but he couldn't get to it. So a run will score, JP, a 2-1 now.
Thank you, Stanley. I heard my cards flying all over the booth. All right. So an infield single, and everybody's safe. And it's 2-1 Lawrenceburg, and the hitter is Kendall Franklin playing left field today. He takes a ball. First pitch, 1-0 the count. Wilmer, the 1-0. Lays to the left side of the infield. McCarty on to second. No, it's overthrown. Sliding home safely is Weathers. Pope will come in on the air. Runners move up to second and third. It's 4-1 Lawrenceburg. And now Weathers, or rather Crane, over there, flirting a little bit.
He's trying to force a throw.
Yeah.
And Doyle did the right thing, running the ball back into the infield. Ground ball to McCarty, trying to turn a double play at second base. Threw it wide into right field. That allowed 2 runs to score. So now you got second and third, and big man Jacob Laws coming up.
Laws, first pitch, a strike.
Come on, Jacob. He's been struggling to play it a little bit.
That one's fouled away.
He's coming back to the crowd, and everybody jumped back. But of course, it hit the net. He's behind now, 0-2.
All right, 1-2 the count. A lot went on in that last play, Stanley.
Yeah.
Trying to catch up on the scoring. Either way, it's 4-1. Lawrenceburg swing and a miss. Big cut by Laws. And the tag applied by McCabe. And there's first out of the inning.
Huckabee comes up. He's had a pretty good series. He's not been powering the ball anywhere except over the first baseman's head right in short right field. He's got a few hits right there. He does that right here, we get 2 runs in. Franklin on at second, he's got some speed. Just hope he doesn't overrun Sam Crane.
So Bradley Huckabee, Stanley Mitchell with runners at second and third. There's one out in the inning, and Sarasota playing up near the grass of the infield. And he takes the ball, 1-0 the count.
And that was away from him. If they keep doing that, he's going to go right field, slap it right between second and first. With the infield in, not a lot of room for error on Sarasota's part. Oh.
Pitch inside corner. You heard Stanley's reaction.
Well, he went outside, then he came back in on him.
The 1-1. Squared around. It's a safety squeeze. Wilmer has only one place to go. That's to first. And I think he pulled him off. No, he called him out. Oh, wow.
He got pulled off the bag, folks.
We might have a replay of that. We will see. Either way, a run scores. It's 5-1.
And Coach Weathers is going to come out.
Coach Crane is trying to appeal. There's Weathers, as Stanley mentioned. Figure out the right process to appeal, if you will.
Yeah, he pulled him off. We saw that from up here.
Okay, there we go. That didn't take long.
Rob Milligan's going to come out. He's going to ask what's going on here. Why did y'all reverse that call?
So an infield single. Or are they going to give that an error?
Well,
wait and see. Fielder's choice either way.
Rob Milligan doesn't like the reversal. He left, and now he's come back over here.
We're still in the first inning.
He's still jawing at him.
And Lawrenceburg leading 5-1. So Drew Bailey, the 9th hitter of the inning for the host team, Lawrenceburg. And now McCabe wants to reset the defensive alignment, call the sign. Runner at first is Huckabee, Franklin at third.
The middle infielders will play back, the corners will play in. They're holding the runner at first, and Huckabee.
Wilmer, the lefty, here's the pitch. There goes the runner. McCabe fakes the throw, as that was the call. And Huckabee slides in safely at second without a play. 1-0 the count. So now 2 runners in scoring position for Drew Bailey. He squares around the bunt, another safety squeeze. This one works. On to first in time, and it's 6-1. As Bailey is thrown out at first, 2 outs of the inning. Lawrenceburg has come to play here in the first, taking full advantage.
Well, this is what makes Lawrenceburg different from all the other teams. They're more fundamentally sound in all the little executions that they're doing. They're doing the squeezes, and they're doing the butting around and playing heads up on the bases.
The first pitch to Ben Staggs is low for a ball. And the count is 1-0. Staggs had a really nice World Series, especially early on. Now hitting .444 with 5 runs batted in. That pitch is over for a strike. Count even at 1-1. Runner at third is Huckabee. There are 2 outs of the inning, and it's 6-1 Lawrenceburg. There's a line drive into right center field. That's going to get down for extra bases. Huckabee will score. Staggs on his way to second, and he will stand up there with a 2-out RBI double, and it's 7-1 Lawrenceburg.
Another big hit from Sam.
Look at that smile.
Ben Staggs.
Oh, boy.
Ben Staggs, excuse me.
So Lawrenceburg has batted around. Stanley, 7 runs on 3 hits. Been 2 errors in the inning.
Well, Ben Staggs has got 6 RBIs in his World Series.
He takes off. There's a bunt. It's popped up and caught by McCabe. Lawrenceburg tried to sneak one past him. So the pop out on the bunt retires the side, but not before Lawrenceburg gets 7 runs, 3 hits, 1 error. 2 errors, and 1 runner left on base. A lot of fireworks in that first inning. We'll head to the second. It's 7-1 Lawrenceburg over Florida. This is the 2015 Babe Ruth World Series on the X Sports Radio Network.
They say time is money. And if your life is any indication, they sure are right. That's why First Tennessee offers convenient online and mobile tools so you can bank whenever and wherever you like. The kind of time-saving services our neighbors in Middle Tennessee are looking for. Because there's always another game, coffee, meeting, dinner, project, weekend, errand, concert, date you need to get to. First Tennessee, serving the state for over 150 years.
There are many reasons to see Lawrence County, Tennessee. See it for the nature. See it for the culture. See it for the history. See it for the recreation. See it live. Lawrence County, Tennessee. Simple pleasures, natural treasures. For more information on Lawrence County tourism, visit sealawco.com or contact the Lawrence County Chamber of Commerce.
And we're back at the 2015 Babe Ruth World Series. A frantic first inning, 7-1 Lawrenceburg leading Florida. Lance Pope on the mound, Seth Shore the hitter. That one fouled off the hitter.
Yeah, Lance can come back out there with a 6-run lead. That'll get all the nerves out of you.
No kidding.
You can settle down and rear back and throw it.
There's a line drive right back up the middle over Lance's head. Into center field, Hauser has it.
Well, remember what I said, the Williams Auto Sales keys to the game before the game, that we had a 15-1 lead on this bunch back at Union City and at the 13-year-old regional, and they roared back to tie it. So Sarasota's not going to go away quietly.
So Shore with the leadoff single. Sebi Hassett, the hitter, fouled away. Back towards the concession stand. Yep, off the roof.
I just hope it's a pretty day tomorrow and I can get some sleep.
No kidding.
I think sleep deprivation is...
It'll catch up with you. But this has been a ton of fun, though, hasn't it?
Oh, yeah. I'm going to miss it when it's all gone.
The 0-1. Ground to the right side. Crane, chance for two. And it goes through his glove as I think he tried to get in position to go for two before he got the ball. It took a little side hop at that last second, so a third error of the ball game for Lawrence County.
Yeah, uncharacteristic of this team. He went down to his knees to get it, and he just couldn't come up with it cleanly. So now Sarasota with 2 runners on. I don't know if they'd had the double play or not. I know they would have to force out at second.
Squaring around to bunt, pushes to the right side is Gardner. Weathers dives and makes the tag as his only chance, as Crane was over there covering towards second. Pope hustled the best he could to get there, but Garner was a running bunt.
Yeah, from the right-handed batter's box, and that was a good bunt. He pushed it down the first base line. Pope got off the mound, but where the ball was, Ron Weathers, his only chance was to tag him out, and he lunged for him and got him.
So the runners move up a base, and back to the top of the order for Sarasota, and Tommy Hubbard swings through the first pitch from Pope, 0-1 the count. 1 out in the inning, runners at second and third. For Florida, they trail 7-1 to Lawrenceburg. Tennessee, curveball. High kick from Pope, and that one's a little high, 1-1 the count. Pope, here's the delivery. Swing and a miss. 1-2. So 1-2 with 1 out to Hubbard. Here's the pitch. Ground to the right side. Crane on to first. They will allow a run there. 7-2. There are 2 outs in the inning now after the 4-3 putout.
Getting sure out at second base, Sam Crane. That one took a little dipsy-do down there at the very last second.
Yes, it did. I'm sure Sam's heart may have skipped half a beat there.
Well, they got the drying compound out there to take up some moisture.
So Hassett at third. The hitter is Vasallo. Little chopper to the third base. Drew Bailey on to first in time. What a play by Bailey with a third out of the inning. Keeps the run from scoring. Florida gets one more. It's now 7-2 Lawrenceburg. And it will be Hallmark, Weathers, and Pope coming to the plate when we return to Lawrenceburg in the 2015 Babe Ruth World Series on the X Sports Radio Network and X Sports TV.
Why do people all over the Tennessee Valley love Story and Lee furniture?
I haven't found anything in the whole Tennessee Valley that's the size of Story and Lee.
We know when we come into Story and Lee, we're going to get good quality furniture. We know we're going to get a great price.
With over 144,000 square feet of furniture to choose from, it's the largest furniture store in the Tennessee Valley.
When we go look other places, we always wind up back here for a better buy.
You gotta come see Story and Lee.
Story and Lee Furniture in Leoma, Tennessee.
Whether you're an all-star athlete or a weekend warrior, don't let pain keep you out of the game. At Southern Tennessee Orthopedic and Spine Centers, our orthopedic, spine, and sports medicine experts care for athletes and average folks alike. We're your hometown orthopedics and sports medicine team. Orthopedic excellence has a new name: Southern Tennessee Orthopedic and Spine Centers, Lawrenceburg, Pulaski, and Winchester.
We're back at the 2015 Babe Ruth World Series, bottom of the second inning, as Florida got one more across the plate. It'll be Hallmark, Weathers, and Pope, the first three up for Lawrenceburg. The host team went 4-0 in pool play, and the 1 seed out of the American Division. Sarasota went 3-1 in pool play and had the 2 seed in the National Division. They defeated Texas yesterday evening. First pitch to Hallmark, swung through for a strike 0-1. They defeated Texas yesterday 5-4. Scored 2 runs in the bottom of the 6th and held on as Shore got the save. There's a grounder to short. DJ McCarty on to first in time, and Hallmark is retired.
I think we may have to see who that is.
What do you got?
I got Hassett at shortstop.
Hassett has moved over?
Yep.
Okay. All right.
And we got, let's see here. Shore has moved out to right field.
Okay.
He started as the EH.
There you go. First pitch to Weathers is outside for a ball. So again, Sebi Hassett now at short, and Seth Shore moves to right field. Stephen Wilmer on the mound for Florida, the Southeast champs. Pitch is high, 2-0. And underway now in the second inning. Pennsylvania 2, California nothing. Here's the 2-0 inside. 3-0, and you can listen to that game locally on FM 103.1, also online at WDXE.com and on the TuneIn Radio app, as that pitch is high for a ball. 4-pitch walk for Weathers. The TuneIn Radio app, just search for X Sports Radio Network. And all that information is up on our website. Go to xsportsradio.com. Help lead you to where you're going. We appreciate your patience, as we are recording the game. And so we will at least have video archives of that game, and we will pair it up with our radio call after the tournament. So the hitter is Lance Pope. One out in the inning. There goes the runner, Weathers. It was a hit and run, swing and a miss by Pope, but Weathers makes it anyway. Head first. How about that, Ryan Weathers?
Not known for his speed, but he hustled down there.
He got a jump, Stanley. He stole that on Wilmer.
Yeah, he did. He's a left-handed pitcher just like Wilmer, so he knew what to watch for.
That one's fouled away 0-2 to Pope. And you may have heard some cheering in the background. California just got one back. It's 2-1 now in the bottom of the second. Trailing Pennsylvania. West End, Pennsylvania. They were the 2 seed out of the American Division. Wilmer, the 0-2. That one's high. And the count is now 1-2. Pope singled his first time up. Came around to score. That single landed him an RBI. That one's low. 2-0. 2-2 rather.
He's worked it back from an 0-2 count.
Here's the 2-2. That one's low. It'll be full. And due to playing games on both fields, we took one of our cameras back over to Tom Cruise Field so we could get some video archives for that game. So we were down to 3 for this game. Here's the payoff pitch. It's high, and Pope draws a walk. So runners will be at first and second with 1 out here in the bottom of the second.
Good eye by Lance Pope. After falling behind 0-2, he worked it to a walk.
And on those cameras, we want to thank Parks Lumber for providing the materials and constructing our camera positions throughout the Bobby Brewer complex. 1, 2, 3, 4 positions they helped construct. Made it possible for us to give you the best advantage points. And don't forget, join the conversation by tweeting us at Exports Radio with the hashtag BRWS15. There go the runners. Hit and run, throw down to third, not in time. Ryan Weathers has turned into a speedster. He's got back-to-back stolen bases.
Is that Lou Brock?
And Pope made his way as well. Weathers sliding in head first, swing and a miss. So double steal, and that pitch is low to Crane. 1-1. Sam Crane singled his last time up. An RBI with that. He came around to score in that first inning. 1 of 7 in the first. It's 7-2 now. That one's high from Wilmer. 2-1. The 2-1. That's tight. And it's 3-1 to Sam Crane, second baseman for Lawrenceburg.
He's got first base open. Let's see if he pitches around him.
And now time asked for and called.
Stands are filling up. Folks getting off of work.
3-1 has popped up. Foul territory, Doyle over in the first base coach's box will retire Crane, the second out of the inning.
Batting now for Lawrence County, the right fielder.
Crane would like to have that one back.
Yeah, he just missed that one.
So 2 outs now. And the hitter is Franklin. The ball gets past McCabe. Here comes at the plate. The ball was in time. Did he get the tag? I think he's safe. I haven't seen a sign yet. Safe. There it is. Oh, my goodness.
Come on, Blue. I'm sorry, but your job is to safe her out there, and he delayed his call forever, and
I guess he was. I don't know if he was waiting to decide, but the ball did beat, as you see on a replay, and I think he's safe. Ricky Lee, if it's possible, you could do that one more time when you get a chance. As we're watching on Exports TV, as me and talking with the home plate umpire.
Yeah, Rob Milligan out there.
As we see it again, here you go.
The ball beat him.
So on radio, if you're listening to us, Weathers pumped his foot and tag, and I think by the time that Wilmer got the glove to Ryan's foot, he was already on the plate. I think it's a good call, Stanley.
I think it was too, but my objection is he didn't make the call. He just sat there and looked at it, and he was going to go over and wipe the plate off, and then finally he gave the safe signal.
All right.
My goodness.
So, time for our we've got a call to the bullpen, and that is brought to you by Farm Bureau of Lawrence and Giles County. Call Farm Bureau today and get your insurance checkup. We'll have a new pitcher for Sarasota, Florida, as they trail 8-2 in the bottom of the second to the host team from Lawrenceburg. It's the semifinals of the 2015 Babe Ruth World Series, live in Lawrenceburg, Tennessee. We'll be back in 1 minute.
There are many reasons to see Lawrence County, Tennessee. See it for the nature. See it for the culture. See it for the history. See it for the recreation. See it live. Lawrence County, Tennessee. Simple pleasures, natural treasures. For more information on Lawrence County tourism, visit sealawco.com or contact the Lawrence County Chamber of Commerce.
And we're back. New pitcher for Sarasota, Florida will be Tommy Hubbard.
I was informed you don't have to make the safe call. The only call they can have to make is the out call. But I'm up here in the stands wanting to know what happened. So if no call is made, then he's safe. And that's what I'm getting agreement from a Babe Ruth official.
So we got a new second baseman as Hubbard comes in from that position. And we'll try to get the defensive, there we go, 21. Vassallo goes to second and third. You see over there, Stanley?
I can't see it.
24, okay, there we go, is Christian Gardner.
Gardner, yep.
So out to center then.
Is Wilmer.
All right, so the merry-go-round for Florida has completed. And the hitter is Kendall Franklin, and he faced a 1-0 count, now 2-0 as that one's high. Runner at third now is Lance Pope. The score is 8-2, Lawrenceburg. 8 runs on 4 hits and 3 errors for Lawrenceburg. 2-2-1 for Florida here in the bottom of the second. The 2-0 is high, 3-0. And we've got a tie ball game between Pennsylvania and California. California answered in the bottom of the second to tie that one up.
They've caught up with our game.
There's a swing and a miss. Big cut by Franklin. Franklin reached on a fielder's choice to get an RBI. Came around to score. The 3-1. It is high. Franklin draws a walk. So Jacob Laws. Been fairly quiet in this World Series. Now's a good time to kind of come out a little bit.
Yeah. And he's
only hitting .222.
2-out hit right here would be big.
Yeah, 2 for 9 during the World Series. Runners at the corners. And there goes Franklin. Throw down to second. Not in time, and it's over the head. So coming in to score will be Lance Pope. And it just sailed on McCabe. Kind of surprised he actually threw it. But another runner comes in. Second error of the ball game for Florida. As the pitch was a ball. So Franklin down to second. Stolen base. The pitch is outside for a ball. The 2-0. Tommy Hubbard. That one is low. And it's 3-0. And we talked a little bit about before, Stanley, these two teams know each other fairly well. There's some history in between this age group as well. 13-year-olds at the Southeast Regional. There's a 3-0 over for a strike. They met, of course, last year in Ocala, Florida at the 14-year-old World Series. Lawrenceburg got them at the 13-year-olds. Florida won last year in Ocala. So here's the rubber match. There's a line drive to the right side, a grounder that will get through the infield. Rounding third and stopping, being held up by Coach Weathers, was Franklin. So Jacob Laws with a solid swing to right. And with 2 outs in the inning.
Yeah, he just pulled that ball right in between the first and second base holes. And Bailey Burleson is going to come on and pinch run. He may stay in the game as the EH.
And Bailey Burleson, number 12, in the pink line.
All right, so Burleson now at first. Franklin is at third. The hitter is Bradley Huckabee. Reached on a fielder's choice his first time with an RBI, came around to score. Lawrenceburg leads it now 9-2 over Florida in the bottom of the second. There goes the runner. Popped up to the right side. There are 2 outs in the inning. Coming in, this one may fall down. It does. And running all the way is Burleson. He's going to try for home. Here's a throw, and plate the plate. He's safe.
Now, Rob Million may get run out right here. He has had enough, he thinks. Sarasota coach on his way to Decker's third talk to the umpire.
And
he may.
So the 2 runs make it 11-2. As we may take a look at our Vision Center replay here in a moment on X Sports TV. As we're looking right now, here's a play at the plate. And it was a bang-bang play, but I'm not even sure if he tagged him.
I don't think I think he missed the tag.
Looking at that, and I think it was
From that angle
at the
for
same
sure.
time. So it's the right call. 2 close plays at home, and it's 11-2 as running all the way was Bailey Burleson. There's a shot to the left side, and it is fumbled by Hassett. Another error on Florida. That's 3 now, tying Lawrenceburg. And runners at first and second with 2 outs.
Here comes Ben Staggs. That's a big hit last time up. Drove in a run.
One for one with that double, as Stanley mentioned. 2 outs in the inning. Runner at second is Huckabee. Bailey at first. There goes the runners. Grounder on the hit and run. Gets through the infield. Huckabee rounding third. He will score. The throw is cut off. It's 12-2 Lawrenceburg.
Dave Million's going to make his way. Not in any hurry to get to the mound.
So we may see another Farm Bureau call to the bullpen. Already 2 pitchers for Florida. He's still talking to him, and while he does that, I want to remind folks, you can watch and listen to the 2015 Babe Ruth World Series on the X Sports Radio Network by logging on to xsportsradio.com. The X Sports Radio Network and X Sports TV, where the Babe Ruth World Series comes to life and available only at xsportsradio.com. Still tied at 2 between Pennsylvania and California over in Tom Cruise Field. Having to play at the same time on using both fields to get these games in before more storms are forecasted for later this evening. Is that new pitcher? Yeah, it is a new pitcher, isn't it?
Yep.
Okay, so we did make the change. Apologies, I guess. We'll keep it right here as a new pitcher. 33, which I don't have on my...
That's Hassett.
Is it Hassett? Okay.
Sebastian
A different
Sivi
number for
Hassett.
him. There we go.
And if you're wondering if the rain does come and it does wash it out today, they will pick the game up from where they left it off. It does not restart tomorrow or whenever they play it again.
All right, so that'll put... You see who's at short now, Stanley? We'll get the defensive alignment. So Hassett, the new pitcher, as that was a Farm Bureau call to the bullpen, brought to you by Farm Bureau of Tennessee and Lawrence and Giles County. Call Farm Bureau today and get your insurance checkup.
On the mound now for Sarasota, number 33, Debbie Hassett.
Yeah, the pitcher and shortstop just switched.
Lawrence County, the center fielder, number 9, Coulter Hauser.
So Hubbard now at short. There goes the runner. And they throw just back to the pitcher's mound as Bailey will stay at third. So the pitch was a ball. Staggs moves up to second. Runners in scoring position once again for Lawrenceburg. The 1-0. Line drive into left field. Coming in is Saranzak, and it falls in between Hubbard and Saranzak. 1 run will score, 2 runs will score as they were running with 2 outs. And it's now 14-2 Lawrenceburg.
They keep the hits a-coming. 7 runs in the first, now 7 in the second for 14. They're got two touchdowns on them now.
Well, football is 2 nights away.
It's very close.
Not quite ready for it, but that's okay. That pitch gets past McCabe. And a pass ball there allows Hauser to get to second. Hallmark the hitter. The 1-0. Line drive into center field. Wilmer has to take a couple of steps back, but gets the line drive for the 3rd out of the inning. Lawrenceburg adds 7 more runs in the second on 4 hits, 2 errors, 1 runner left on base. We played 2. It's Lawrenceburg, Tennessee 14, Sarasota, Florida 2. We'll have the top of the 3rd and the call with Stanley Wilson when we return to the Babe Ruth World Series live in Lawrenceburg on the Exports Radio Network and Exports TV.
Develop a strong, clean, healthy body, mind, and soul. Develop a strong urge for sportsmanlike conduct. Develop understanding of and respect for the rules. Develop courage in defeat, tolerance and modesty in victory. Develop control over emotions and speech. Develop into real, true citizens.
At the Babe Ruth League, we are not only developing the next generation of ball players, we are developing the next generation.
Main Street Lawrenceburg is proud to support the 2015 Babe Ruth World Series. Downtown is in the midst of an incredible revitalization led by Daryl Valentine and the Main Street Board in an effort to make downtown the heartbeat of the city. Come join us downtown where you'll find many shops and restaurants for folks of all ages, streets full of history, and much more. Visit MainStreetLawrenceburgTN.com. On behalf of Daryl Valentine and myself, April Judkins, Main Street Lawrenceburg Director, we hope to see you downtown.
Welcome back to the 2015 Babe Ruth World Series. JP Plant, Stanley Wilson here with you as we head to the top of the 3rd. It'll be McCabe, Wilmer, and McCarty up first for Sarasota. Here with the call, Stanley Wilson.
Swung on, tapper toward 3rd, and it's going to go foul. Ben McCabe, the catcher, number 3 batter for Sarasota. Remember, folks, this is the team that was down 15-1, and they were 13-year-olds, and they came back to tie the ball game, so they're not going to go away. Well-coached team. And that one's ground ball to 3rd, backhanded by Bailey. He can't find it, and it's a fair ball, so McCabe will be on at first base with a leadoff single. I think it'll be a single. 14-2, Lawrence County, Lawrenceburg.
Number 25.
On top. We've called them each way this week because it is a group of kids from all over the county, plus C.J. Jackson from Collinwood on this team. Lance Pope at the stretch, fires to the plate, ball way outside, ball 1. Here's the starting pitcher now playing center field, Wilmer. Stephen Wilmer, good hitter. He's the cleanup batter for the Sarasota bunch. That one's way outside. McCabe gets his lead at first. Here's the pitch, down low. Oh, it's called a strike. 2-1 now. Swung on, tapper back over the head of the shortstop in the short left field. So all of a sudden, Sarasota's got their first 2 runners on with nobody out. Just a little bloop over the left, over Hallmark's head into left field. Get that one off the handle. Here comes DJ McCarty.
Batting now for Sarasota, number 8, DJ McCarty.
McCarty comes up with 2 runners on, nobody out. Here's a first pitch to him, swung on, ground ball towards short. Hallmark up with it to Crane at second, on to first, in time for a double play. So just what the doctor ordered right there. Pope got him in a ground out to short. Hallmark turned it to Crane, who turned it over to Weathers at first for the double play.
6-4-3.
If you're scoring at home.
That's right.
Or here in the booth.
And look at our Vision Center replay. Sam Crane with twinkle toe feet. How about that? Twinkle toe feet.
Time called as McCarty's going to decide to take his time getting back to the dugout. And he slams his helmet into the wall. There's a ground ball towards second. Crane up with it, throw to first, in time. So that'll do it. Sarasota gets the first 2 runners on, but they fail to score. Your score will remain Lawrence County 14, Florida 2. You're listening to Exports Radio and watching on Exports TV. Back in a moment.
They say time is money. And if your life is any indication, they sure are right. That's why First Tennessee offers convenient online and mobile tools so you can bank whenever and wherever you like. The kind of time-saving services our neighbors in Middle Tennessee are looking for. Because there's always another game, coffee, meeting, dinner, project, weekend, errand, concert, date you need to get to. First Tennessee, serving the state for over 150 years.
There are many reasons to see Lawrence County, Tennessee. See it for the nature. See it for the culture. See it for the history. See it for the recreation. See it live. Lawrence County, Tennessee. Simple pleasures, natural treasures. For more information on Lawrence County tourism, visit clawco.com or contact the Lawrence County Chamber of Commerce.
We're back at the 2015 Babe Ruth World Series. Your score, Lawrenceburg 14, Florida 2. So we head to the bottom of the third. And Hassett still on the mound for Florida.
I think that's their 3rd pitcher they've used.
Sarasota waiting for their catcher to put his gear on. McCabe is
There he comes.
There you go.
We'll be ready for baseball here in the bottom of the third. 7 runs in the first and second innings by Lawrenceburg so far. We go to the bottom of the third. They lead 14-2. Hassett will be on the mound for Sarasota.
Batting for Lawrence County, leading off of this inning, number 25, Ryan Weathers.
Ryan Weathers will lead off for Lawrenceburg, the host team here in the 2015 Babe Ruth World Series. There's a line drive to left field. It's going to one hop out there. Saranzak with it. He throws it back in. Now bring up Lance Pope. So Weathers leads off here at the bottom of the third with the base hit. Pope stands in there. First pitch to him is ball outside. Weathers getting his lead over there. He's already got 2 stolen bases in the game. He's going to go. Swung on, ground ball back up the middle. Second baseman with it. He bobbles it. Got to go first. Not in time. So that little bobble at second base allows Pope to get on. So 2 runners on now to start the inning, and that'll bring up Sam Crane.
Batting now for Lawrence County, number 5, Sam Crane.
4th error on Sarasota. Ball misses high. Hassett hit the stretch, looks back to second, fires the plate, swung on, low, slow tap, ball to short, up with it, throw to second, in time for the force out, and that's all they're going to get. Masalo moves over to second base here.
Number 1, Luke Shannon.
Now Luke Shannon's going to pinch hit. Pinch hitting for Kendall Franklin. Here's first pitch to him, all inside. Runner going to go down. They fake the throw. And Sam Crane's down to second base. So 2 runners on second and third now with 1 out. 1-0 count on Luke Shannon. Ground ball towards short. Up with it, throw over to first in time, and run's going to score as Weather crosses the plate. But it's 2 out now for Lawrenceburg. As Tommy Hubbard charged that one and made a strong throw to first base to get the out. Dole Chase over there playing first base for Sarasota. Excuse me, Chase Dole. And Bailey Burleson, his first at bat in the game. Ball low. Came on as the pinch runner for Jacob Laws. He's just going to stay in the game as the extra hitter right now. That one's in there for a strike. 1-1 now. Fly ball toward right field. He's going back and he's got it. So that'll do it for Lawrenceburg in their half of the third inning. They do score 1 run. They increase their lead now. Lawrence County 15, Florida 2. You're listening to Exports Radio Network and watching on Exports TV. Back in a moment.
Why do people all over the Tennessee Valley love Story and Lee furniture?
I haven't found anything in the whole Tennessee Valley that's the size of Story and Lee.
We know when we come into Story and Lee, we're going to get good quality furniture. We know we're going to get a great price.
With over 144,000 square feet of furniture to choose from, it's the largest furniture store in the Tennessee Valley.
When we go look other places, we always wind up back here for a better buy.
You gotta come see Story and Lee.
Story and Lee Furniture in Leoma, Tennessee.
Whether you're an all-star athlete or a weekend warrior, don't let pain keep you out of the game. At Southern Tennessee Orthopedic and Spine Centers, our orthopedic, spine, and sports medicine experts care for athletes and average folks alike. We're your hometown orthopedics and sports medicine team. Orthopedic excellence has a new name, Southern Tennessee Orthopedic and Spine Centers, Lawrenceburg, Pulaski, and Winchester.
And we're back at the 2015 Babe Ruth World Series. JP Plant, Stanley Wilson here with you from Denver Trap Field. A cloudy, muggy afternoon. The Babe Ruth World Series semifinals as we head to the top of the fourth. Nick Saranzak up, and here with the call, Stanley Wilson.
Ball 1 to Saranzak. Left-handed batter. Good-looking kid out there. There's one right back up the middle. Crane's got it at second. Throw over to first to Weathers in time for the out. So Saranzak's out for the first out. And that'll bring up Seth Shore. Shore's playing third base now, I believe.
I think that's right.
They've moved him around so much I can't keep up.
There have been a lot of changes for Florida.
Well, when you got 10 players and you're using the extra hitter, you can move people around. There's a ground ball towards short. Hallmark up with it. Throw over to first in time. So 2 out just like that.
Well, you like to see that from Pope, just pitching it down, letting his defense do their job, not worrying about trying to strike out anybody, just throwing strikes, and he's doing that. Of course, it's a lot easier said than done, and it's a lot easier with a 15-2 lead.
Yeah, it is. Ball inside. Sebi Hassett. Short for Sebastian. Here's the next pitch to him, ball way inside. Had to jump back from that one. 2-0 now. Lawrenceburg, Babe Ruth up 15-2 over the Sarasota All-Stars from Florida. Southeastern Regional Champs. 3-0 count now. Here's the pitch. Strike in there, 3-1. Nick Moore, our cameraman, and our Babe Ruth umpire to keep me straight. There's a check swing down to first base. He's going to stay fair. Weathers with it, and he's going to step on the bag. It's a 1-2-3 goes Sarasota. We move to the bottom of the fourth. You're listening to the 2015 Babe Ruth All-Stars live from Lawrenceburg, Tennessee. Exports Radio and Exports TV, glad to bring it to you. Back in a moment.
There are many reasons to see Lawrence County, Tennessee. See it for the nature. See it for the culture. See it for the history. See it for the recreation. See it live. Lawrence County, Tennessee. Simple pleasures, natural treasures. For more information on Lawrence County tourism, visit sealawco.com or contact the Lawrence County Chamber of Commerce.
The Babe Ruth League's biggest summer events come to you from all across the country. From Cal Ripken Baseball to Babe Ruth Softball to Babe Ruth Baseball, BRN. The Babe Ruth Network is your daily insight into all things Babe Ruth League. Tune in every day to check out what's going on in these all-star tournaments and maybe catch your team make our plays of the day. Go to BabeRuthNetwork.org. We head to the bottom of the fourth. Your score, the host team from Lawrenceburg, Tennessee and Lawrence County, 15. Sarasota, Florida, 2. Lawrence County was 7 runs in the first, 7 in the second, another in the third. And it'll be Huckabee, Bailey, and Staggs, the first 3 up for Lawrenceburg. And once again with the call, Stanley G. Wilson.
All right, Bradley Huckabee to begin it here in the bottom of the fourth inning. They lead 15-2. Curveball misses outside. 1-0 count.
Stanley still 2-2. Pennsylvania and California, that game in the 5th.
There's a shot right to the shortstop. Covered up with it, throw over to first. A little high, but nice play by Chase Doyle. So
very nice play. Yeah, sorry, Stanley. Very nice play by Doyle. Not only did he make the catch and stretch, but he held his foot on the bag, as you mentioned, all while falling down.
He did. Good play. We have an unwelcome visitor in our box here.
Well, Nick's standing right next to you, Stanley.
Oh.
Yeah, we got some flies and other interesting critters that are flying around right now.
Now it's popped up in the infield. Doyle wants it from first base, and he's got it. So 2 out now.
Batting now for Lawrence County, number 22, C.J. Jackson.
So C.J. Jackson's going to pinch hit here. Mr. Jackson from Collinwood. Curveball misses outside, 1-0. CJ has seen some time at pitching. Came in a couple of games in relief. Strike caught the corner on the inside part of the plate. That was popped up over the left second baseman's head. That's going to get down for a single. Wilmer gets it back in from center field, so C.J. Jackson's got a base hit. That'll bring up Jacob James, another pinch hitter.
Batting now for Lawrence County, number 10, Jacob James.
Jacob, left-handed batter, throws left-handed. He started the game, the third game, I believe, wasn't it?
Yes.
Ball outside.
Light's starting to come on here at Denver Trap Field.
That one's outside. Well, the old moisture has held off.
So far. Of course, again, expecting some showers later this evening, thus the early start this afternoon.
That one's fouled off. And we're playing these games simultaneously also.
That's right. Yep.
What's the score over there, JP?
Still tied at 2 in the 5th inning. California is at the plate. It's the bottom of the 5th.
Well, it's slapped into left field for a base hit. Jackson turns around to second. He's going to be here at third, and he's going to get waved in. Nope, they're going to hold him up there, and the throw comes all the way to the plate. So Jacob James slapping it to the opposite field down the left field. So the 2 pinch hitters are on now with 2 out. And Hauser is due up. But we're going to have another pinch hitter. That's going to be Austin Clanton. So some of the bench players getting a chance to show their talent out here. That was pulled foul.
Wow. The runners do move up. Jackson and James move up on the air. The left fielder, Saranzak, the 5th of the game, 3 for Lawrence County. So the rush in getting the game started, the wet field, we knew it would be a little bit sloppy at times.
Austin Clinton, your batter. It's foul tipped at the plate. Here's the pitch. Ground ball right back to the mound. Has it. He's going to throw it to first in time. So that'll do it for Lawrenceburg. They leave 2 runners on. Your score will remain Lawrenceburg 15, Sarasota 2. This is the 2015 Babe Ruth World Series live from Lawrenceburg, Tennessee on the X Sports Radio Network and X Sports TV. Back in a moment.
Develop a strong, clean, healthy body, mind, and soul. Develop a strong urge for sportsmanlike conduct. Develop understanding of and respect for the rules. Develop courage in defeat, tolerance and modesty in victory. Develop control over emotions and speech. Develop into real, true citizens.
At the Babe Ruth League, we are not only developing the next generation of ball players, we are developing the next generation.
Main Street Lawrenceburg is proud to support the 2015 Babe Ruth World Series. Downtown is in the midst of an incredible revitalization led by Daryl Valentine and the Main Street Board in an effort to make downtown the heartbeat of the city. Come join us downtown where you'll find many shops and restaurants for folks of all ages, streets full of history, and much more. Visit MainStreetLawrenceburgTN.com. On behalf of Daryl Valentine and myself, April Judkins, Main Street Lawrenceburg Director, we hope to see you downtown.
And welcome back to the 2015 Babe Ruth World Series semifinal action between the host team of Lawrenceburg, Tennessee, and Sarasota, Florida. 15-2 your score as we head to the top of the fifth. And once again with the call, Stanley Wilson.
All right, first pitch is swung on and missed. This is Christian Gardner. Lance Pope on the mound, going all the way for Lawrenceburg. 0-1 pitch coming up. That one's fouled straight back at us. And that beautiful brand new net. And there's my buddy.
I was just looking up there. He's still up there. What do you call that? A praying mantis? Yeah, that thing climbed up there like Saturday, I think it was.
That's Pepe, the praying mantis.
Pepe?
Pepe.
You named him?
Yep, man named him. He comes in here and watches a little baseball, and he just goes and does his thing. I'll just start charging him a ticket price.
No kidding.
Fly ball toward left field. Franklin going back. Hauser going back. Franklin has got it.
Wow.
that one stayed up in the air forever. And
that's about as deep as you can go in this ballpark.
yeah, Gardner, he says, what else have I got to do? Now to bring up the leadoff hitter, Tommy Hubbard for Sarasota. 1 out. Foul tipped at the plate. 0-1. And the wind is blowing out that way. That ball might have got up in that wind. He hit it so high. It just kept going. Here's the pitch to Hubbard. Ball inside. 1-1. Sarasota's got to do something. They've only got 2 outs left here get 10 runs here. Ball outside. They need to score 4 to stay in the ball game to keep it going to the next inning. They got a good chance here with the top of the order. 2-1 pitch coming up. And there's a slap toward right field just out of the reach of Ryan Weathers. Jacob James in there. He's going to take it back in. Let me make sure I can't. That was Luke Shannon. I beg your pardon. That was Luke Shannon in left field. We don't get these changes. I have to have a talk with young Gage Brown.
Well, they make the changes when they're at the plate. And
they don't
automatically mean if there's a pinch hitter that they're going to go back and play in the field.
Yeah, that one hits him. That is Hayes Bush who's pinch hitting, and he gets hit. It's tough on Hayes right there, coming off the bench. First pitch he looks at, he gets hit.
Welcome to the game,
Yeah. Ben McKay will come up now with 2 runners on. So Sarasota's got a little rally going here at the top of the 5th inning. They need some runs. They need at least 4 to keep it going.
So we watch on our Vision Center replay on Exports TV. Yeah, that one doesn't feel too good.
He's going to walk around at first base for a little bit. He said, man, that one hurt. I think it hit his arm, back of his arm or something, maybe around that funny bone. It's not so funny when you have it hit. Never could understand that. Everybody else is laughing, but you're not, and you're crying.
Yeah, we all need some rest, Stanley.
Ball outside. I'm telling you, I'm sleep deprived.
Well, the winner of this moves on to the World Series Championship tomorrow, scheduled for 5 o'clock.
Ball outside.
And they'll face the winner of the Pennsylvania-California, which is still tied at 2. That game in the top of the 6th.
Tapper back toward the mound. Pope backhands it, throws on to first in time for the second out of the inning. But the runners move up to second and third now. And Stephen Wilmer will come up.
Batting now for Sarasota, number 25, Stephen Wilmer.
So Wilmer's got a chance to keep his club going here.
Don't open up, softball now. Here we go. Bring that knee up, ball through.
Pope looks in. Here's the wind of the pitch. Strike in there.
And with Pope being able to go as far as he's gone so far, it sets up, I would assume, Ryan Weathers tomorrow. Laws, if need be, can go an inning or two. Drew Bailey, who pitched a couple of innings the other day.
Ground ball towards second. Crane up with it, throw over to first. In time, and the Lawrenceburg team is headed to the championship, folks. Sarasota season is over. They fall 15-2 to Lawrenceburg. And Lawrenceburg has made it to the championship round, scheduled for tomorrow night at 5 o'clock. They will take on, as JP said, the winner of the game going on right now, Pennsylvania and California. They're tied up 2-2 in the 6th inning. But congratulations to Lawrenceburg for the win today, and congratulations to Sarasota on a fine, fine season, winning their state championship and the regional to get to the World Series here in Lawrenceburg.
Southeast region, as Stanley mentioned, and these two teams, for the 3rd year in a row, has faced each other in postseason play. And the rubber match goes to the host team from Lawrenceburg. So Stanley mentioned they will now move on to the World Series championship game tomorrow evening, scheduled for 5 o'clock against the winner of Pennsylvania and California, still tied at 2 over in Tom Cruise Field. That is in the 6th inning. All right, we're going to take a 2-minute break. When we return, we'll have our post-game show, get some final stats, our player of the game, and other particulars from the 2015 Babe Ruth World Series. It's a semifinal game here at Bobby Brewer Park.
We've got a time change. The championship game tomorrow night will be at 5:30.
5:30.
Not 5 o'clock.
Thank you very
5:30.
much. All right, so 5:30. Actually, I think that's when it's originally scheduled for. That's my apologies. All the times are running together. Was it originally scheduled for 5?
I think it was 5. But anyway, I just got the official word from Russ Brewer.
Okay.
5:30.
5:30 tomorrow. All right. So as Lance Pope is being honored as the Ron Tellefson Player of the Game, and being handed out by representative. And Ben McCabe for Florida. All right, so we'll take a 2-minute break. When we return, we'll have some post-game particulars on the X-Sports Radio Network and X-Sports TV. Again, the host team from Lawrenceburg, they win it big in 5, 15-2 over Florida. We'll be back in 2 minutes.
They say time is money. And if your life is any indication, they sure are right. That's why First Tennessee offers convenient online and mobile tools so you can bank whenever and wherever you like. The kind of time-saving services our neighbors in Middle Tennessee are looking for. Because there's always another game, coffee, meeting, dinner, project, weekend, errand, concert, date you need to get to. First Tennessee, serving the state for over 150 years.
There are many reasons to see Lawrence County, Tennessee. See it for the nature. See it for the culture. See it for the history. See it for the recreation. See it live. Lawrence County, Tennessee. Simple pleasures, natural treasures. For more information on Lawrence County tourism, visit clawco.com or contact the Lawrence County Chamber of Commerce. There are many reasons to see Lawrence County, Tennessee. See it for the nature. See it for the culture. See it for the history. See it for the recreation. See it live. Lawrence County, Tennessee. Simple pleasures, natural treasures. For more information on Lawrence County tourism, visit sealawco.com or contact the Lawrence County Chamber of Commerce.
And we're back at the 2015 Babe Ruth World Series as JP Plant, Stanley Wilson, and we welcome you into our broadcast booth here at Denver Trap Field. And a big win for the host team from Lawrenceburg, 15-2. A big rival. These two teams have faced each other now 3 years in a row, Stanley. Either the Southeast region, now back-to-back years in the World Series. So you could feel the tension a little bit in the beginning of the game. And we talked about it at the beginning of the broadcast. The rush to get this game in this afternoon, playing on 2 fields, very wet conditions. Grounds crew, by the way, fantastic job. We can't forget to mention the props that they've done. But a little bit out of the routine, no warm-ups. There was an impromptu national anthem only because the bases weren't on the field just yet as they were trying to get everything dried. So a little bit out of everybody's rhythm, so we thought there might be some errors. There were 8 total in the game, and Lawrenceburg was able to jump up on Sarasota early, 7 in the first, 7 in the second, and that was the difference. It was pretty much over from that point.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Jumping out in front like that and getting the big lead and just going on and cruising to the win. And as I mentioned, though, at 15, they were up 15-1 against this same Sarasota bunch when they were 13-year-olds. I guarantee you those 3 coaches, Josh Purcell, Michael Crane, and David Weathers, did not let these kids forget about that. So Sarasota, a very talented team, and they have the arsenal to come back in a game like this. They just seemed a little bit out of sync today. So. But a good run for Sarasota to make it here to the semifinals of the World Series, and I hope they carry home some memories and know that it's not what they wanted to come out as far as results go, but they've enjoyed themselves here in Lawrenceburg.
Yeah, without question. As we mentioned, the 7 runs in the first, 7 in the second for Sarasota, Florida, as Lance Pope picks up the win and went the distance, 5 innings, and we talked about it there in the last inning. Really sets things up nicely for Lawrenceburg. You mentioned the day off that Lawrenceburg, the host team, I think took full advantage of yesterday. So getting the pitching lined up, I think they did exactly what they had hoped to do. They went Lance today, who is basically a 1A starter, if you will, and he got the job done today, and then sets up perfectly for Ryan Weathers the championship game.
Yeah, it does, and they looked a little flat, and even Coach Weather was talking about that earlier against Pennsylvania. They looked tired, and they needed that day off, and it reset their pitching. They got everybody available, including Lance Pope. If he can go 2 innings tomorrow if he needs to. So they got everybody available to pitch, and I'm sure Ryan Weathers will be the starter tomorrow night.
All right, so let's get to our play of the game. Stanley, you got plenty to choose from. Who are you going with today? I'm
going to go with player of the game. It's going to be Lance Pope. What a great job he did on the mound. He shut them down. He gave up the 2 runs, but he looked like he was in control. And as the game progressed, he had better control out there. So congratulations, the first volunteer bank player of the game, Lance Pope.
All right, we've also got a play of the game. There were several in the game. A great defensive play out in left field, Luke Shannon coming in. Others as well. What are you going with?
I'm going to go with the 2 suicide bunts.
Oh, yeah.
One in the first inning, one in the second inning, and I'm trying to look on our book here, and I can't remember who executed them right now, but 2 suicide squeezes, and they got some runs in, and so we're going to count that as our Casino Royale play of the game. Casino Royale restaurant, home of authentic Mexican taste.
All right, so there you go. And then finally, save of the game. Lance Pope, of course, went the distance, but some good defensive efforts that maybe kind of kept the tide down a little bit, or a great play in the field. Who are you going with?
Well, I'm going to go with Luke Shannon. He came in, you mentioned it earlier, and a long drive out there, I think by Gardner, and the ball just kept going with that wind, and Luke Shannon just got on his horse and ran it down, and he was standing there waiting for it to come down. A nice running catch.
Yeah, it was. That ball was up in the air forever for the out. All right, so Lawrenceburg wins at 15-2. As they move on to the championship game. And let's take a look at our final stats. And we'll start with the visitors on the scoreboard in Sarasota, Florida. They were led with 2 hits from Ben McCabe. and Hubbard with an RBI and a single, and Wilmer also Shore with base hits. Doyle with an RBI for Florida. For the home team from Lawrenceburg, Tennessee, spread out pretty evenly. Hauser, Weathers, Pope, Crane, Laws, Huckabee, and Jackson and James, each with a hit. 2 for Ben Staggs in his 2 plate appearances. He gets 2 more RBIs. 2 RBIs for Huckabee, 2 RBIs for Hauser, and an RBI for Pope, Crane, also Franklin, as well as Bailey, and for Luke Shannon. Each get RBIs for the host team from Lawrenceburg as they win it big, 15-2. All right, as we take a look back, 4-3 now, Pennsylvania. Wow, Pennsylvania leading California. That game is, I believe, still in the bottom of the 6th. California is hitting, so we'll keep tabs of that. You can listen to that, by the way, on audio stream, WDXC.com, or if you the TuneIn radio app, just search for Exports Radio Network. You can find it there. As you hear the end of that game is our buddies Kevin Kilpatrick and Cam Ashburn on the call that one. We will join forces tomorrow, Stanley, for the championship game, which will feature Lawrenceburg against the winner of the game behind us. So looking ahead, we talked about how it sets up for Lawrenceburg, but these 2 teams, we've seen both California and Pennsylvania. What's your take? Does either team match up better maybe for Lawrenceburg?
The California team, I feel like they've got more overall talent, maybe a little bit better hitting club, but Pennsylvania seems to be deeper in pitching. So really, I mean, you get down to this point, you got to play your best baseball, try not to beat yourself, and that's exactly what Lawrenceburg's going to try to do tomorrow, and try to play that perfect game, that game that they've been waiting for all season long, and it comes down to one more game, and that's it. Yep,
one more game. It's been a little surreal, Stanley. For those that may be watching that are not from Lawrenceburg, here at the Exports Radio Network and Exports TV, we are locals.
Yeah,
we are from here. We work and live here, and so obviously the host team is certainly in our hearts. And we've watched this bunch of boys that came up through Cal Ripken and then on into Babe Ruth as 13-year-olds make that just magical run in Williston, North Dakota, following those games from all the way back here in Tennessee. And then, of course, last year they win again the Southeast region, make it back to the World Series. So it's been a long run, and for the second time ever in the history of the Lawrenceburg Babe Ruth League, there's going to be a team at any level, Cal Ripken as well, in the World Series championship game, which is a great feat unto itself. I think I can only speak for me, but I'm sure a lot of people here, in hosting and just kind of opening up and being a part of everything that goes along with that, I think the big picture of what this means for this team, at least for fans, we may not realize it until after it's over.
Yeah, well, you think of the pressure. I mean, these guys have been playing with pressure in their home field, in front of their home fans, their families, their girlfriends, and everybody else, and the pressure is on these kids to win this thing, and that's a lot of pressure for a 15-year-old. It's a lot of pressure for a 50-year-old, much less. Yeah. But these kids have really taken it, and they respond to pressure. You look at some of the clutch hits that's been going on out there. They really respond to it. So a good job by the coaching staff to keep them level and keep them doing their job that they got to do. Come out here and play baseball.
Yep. All right. So those of you watching us and listening to us on our audio stream, join us tomorrow at 5:30 is our first pitch time. We will work up a little pregame show for you to get ready for that game. So stay tuned on our website, exportsradio.com, for our start times for that game. Those of you listening to us locally on FM radio, 105.3 The X and 98.3, get out to the ballpark tomorrow, 5:30, first pitch. And let me tell you, if you're coming, get here early, as the stands will fill up. And there are barely even any places to stand, Stanley, to watch. So get here early tomorrow. We urge you. It's going to be a fantastic event. As the field crews you can see as you're watching on Exports TV, along with the teams and players, are getting the field ready to cover it, because we do have rain coming in. So we've got this game in. And looking back, a final time, still 4-3 with Pennsylvania and California still in the bottom of the 6th. Pennsylvania with the lead. The winner of that game gets the host team from Lawrenceburg, and we'll have it for you live here on the X-Sports Radio Network and X-Sports TV. All right, we want to thank you for tuning in to our coverage of the 2015 Babe Ruth World Series live from Lawrenceburg, Tennessee. Executive producer for the X-Sports Radio Network is J.P. Plant. Operations manager is Ben Luna. Our director was Ricky Lee Nelson. Studio engineer this afternoon and evening is Miss Paula Walker. And with a little help from our new intern, Emily, by the way. So congrats to her. Our camera operators, Big Rick, Nick. We appreciate you filling in this afternoon. And so many that have helped make this production possible to bring it to you. It certainly has taken an army. We have one more game to go. Tomorrow, again, 5:30, first pitch for Lawrenceburg and the winner of Pennsylvania, California, the Babe Ruth World Series Championship. We'll have it for you live here on the X-Sports Radio Network and X-Sports TV. Until then, I'm J.P. Plant saying so long from Denver Track Field in Lawrenceburg, Tennessee. We will see you tomorrow night.
Develop a strong, clean, healthy body, mind, and soul. Develop a strong urge for sportsmanlike conduct. Develop understanding of and respect for the rules. Develop courage in defeat, tolerance and modesty in victory. Develop control over emotions and speech. Develop into real, true citizens.
At the Babe Ruth League, we are not only developing the next generation of ball players, we are developing the next generation.